Órale, Cholo Trucker, más movies and shows, and here we got the movie, The Last Exorcism. The Last Exorcism came out in 2010. It is an hour and 27 minutes long. You can find this movie on Fandango at home, Plex, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Google Play's Movie and TV, and Apple TV. I went ahead and I watched it on Amazon Prime Video. Let's get to the description. After years of gulling the faith, cleric Cotton Marcus feels remorse and decides to expose his chicanery through filming a documentary. With a crew in tow, Marcus arrives at the Louisiana farm of devout Louis Switzer, who believes that his daughter, Nell, is possessed. When the usual stunts fail, he realizes that he is face to face with real evil and must summon true faith to protect Nell, the others, and himself from demonic powers. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes has this movie at 71%. All right. Um, I went ahead and I saw the trailer to this. I never heard of this movie. It came out in 2010. I saw the trailer and it kind of drew my attention because first of all, I do enjoy some of these movies, right? When it comes to horror flicks, I like more spiritual stuff as opposed to just having like some sort of serial killer out there or something like that. So I went ahead, I checked out the trailer, and I saw that the main character is the guy who played Howard in the show Better Call Saul, right? He's the one that plays the priest, the pastor, or as they call him in the movie, cleric. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead, let me check it out, man. So I checked it out, and yes, this movie is filmed in documentary mode. So basically, when the movie first starts, well, the whole movie's a documentary in documentary form, right? But when the movie first starts, he's talking about how he got into, I'll just say preaching, okay? How he got into preaching, right? It's a small town. He's wearing a suit and tie and everything. And as it's going, this still at the beginning of the movie, he starts talking about how it's all really just kind of a sham, that he doesn't really believe, and how his faith just kind of went away, and how he just kind of realized, like, this is all just a sham. It's just getting people to believe in something. And he doesn't believe in God or heaven or hell or anything of that sort. He's talked about exorcisms before, or I'm sorry, he talks about exorcisms that he's done before, and how he just believes, like, it's all just a sham. There's really no possession. Yeah, he's still preaching at this church, right? And this is all in the documentary, which is why he's doing the documentary. And he gets a call about a girl that's possessed. So he's all like, okay, cool, perfect. This is the perfect time. Let's go down to Louisiana, where we're gonna go ahead and check out this girl who's apparently possessed, and I'm gonna go ahead and expose it. And that's the reason why he's doing this documentary. This whole movie is shot in documentary form, so there's only one camera, right? There's only one camera, which is his camera guy. That's the only shot that you get. So if he gets off and he gets out of the car and goes and talks to somebody outside, you do not get to hear that conversation. He gets back in the vehicle and then he talks to the camera and says, this is what the conversation was about. But outside of that, it's all just that camera, right? That's what makes it very interesting. I will say that it does make it very interesting. It really connected me to the film because I'm seeing it through the lenses of the cameraman. Like, you never see the cameraman. You never know, you don't know what he looks like or anything. They call him by his name, but he just basically goes where they go, and you follow the cameraman the entire time. So if they go somewhere where the cameraman's not at, you don't get to hear that, you don't get to see that, which really connects you to the movie. At least it did for me. He arrives there at the house. He gets a little bit of backlash from some of the people there, like, what are you doing here? But the father really wants him there. Again, he's there believing that this is all just nonsense, right? And that's why the documentary's there, or why they're making the documentary. And yeah, the girl seems fine. Eventually, he starts seeing some of her behaviors and everything. And all the meanwhile, he's telling the camera throughout the movie that no, there's something else going on. There's something different. She's a mean girl, or she's this, or she's that. But the one thing that he's trying to prove is that she is not possessed, because none of that actually exists. That's the one thing he's trying to prove. Oh, she needs, he performs an exorcism with little to no faith. He shows you how he's going to put this, basically just a little spectacle of her not being possessed, because it's all in her head. It's all in everybody's head. So he's got like this cross that's going to blow out a little bit of steam, a little bit of smoke out, and it's going to look so cool, so real. Everybody's going to believe that, oh man, you know what? Wow, he really did do something. And this is his way of exposing it. And when that doesn't work and she still seems possessed, he's just kind of like, okay, you know what? She has mental issues. You need to take her to a doctor, because that's what it's really about. Da da da. And then he realizes, like, holy smokes, maybe he was wrong in all of this, because she really does seem possessed, even though his goal is to prove that there's no such thing. And I'll tell you guys this, man. I enjoyed the movie. However, I expected the ending to have something different. Now, I don't really have that much of an issue with the ending, but I just thought it could have been much better. Like, it kind of left me like, like, that's it. Like, come on, man. I wanted something more to get pulled out of here, because I was so invested. The movie really caught me. I thought everybody there did a good job. The son did a good job of being kind of creepy and not wanting the pastor to be there. I'm just gonna call him a pastor or preacher, whatever, and not wanting him to be there. The town always seemed a little bit shady. The people around in the town, right? It's a small little town down in Louisiana, but I was just expecting just a little bit more different. I'm not even really sure what I wanted for the ending, but what I got was like, ah, okay, okay, it was decent. But look, I actually enjoyed the movie. I did. I enjoyed the movie. I thought the way they did it in documentary form was really, really good. Like I said earlier, it really connected me to the movie. And with the way it just ended, I was just kind of like, all right, well, so be it, I guess. But nonetheless, look, yeah, I'm not gonna give it like a two thumbs up. I'll probably give it a one thumbs up. You don't have to watch it. You're not missing anything. Now, I do understand there's a part two or even part three of this. I probably will go check it out, but I'm not gonna be seeking it out. My guess is it's gonna be terrible compared to this one. Um, because this one wasn't that great to begin with, but it was decent enough. If you like these type of movies, is it really gonna knock your socks off in the horror department? No, not really. Because honestly, it's not really that scary. It's actually more of this guy trying to convince you that there's no such thing. At the same time, there's no really way around it. And you're just kind of in the movie with him, and like, hey man, there is a such thing, so that's mainly what it's about. As far as horror, it's not that scary, but look, it's a good story. I enjoyed it, and I thought the documentary way to go about it is what made it pretty decent, in the middle, in between decent and good. So there you guys go, man. That is The Last Exorcism. Cholo Trucker, Moss Movies and Shows. Catch you guys on next.